All right, let's dive right into a huge topic. How is technology actually changing the way we work? It's something that's both incredibly exciting, but also, let's be real, a little bit terrifying. So let's break it down. I mean, this is the big one, isn't it? The question that's kind of looming in the back of everyone's mind. Whether you're working a cash register or you're in a corner office, this idea that some machine or some new algorithm could just step in and do what you do, well, it feels more possible than ever. And yeah, it's a huge source of anxiety for a lot of us. And this number, well, this is why that feeling is so real. Research shows that a whopping 39% of jobs have tasks that are highly susceptible to automation. That's nearly 4 out of every 10 jobs. And we're not talking about some distant sci-fi future. This is happening right now. And we all know the classic examples, right? You hear about self-driving trucks, automated checkouts, software that can do data entry in a blink. These are the roles that make that 39% figure feel very, very real. But is that the whole story? Is it really that simple? Well, not quite. To really get what's happening now, we've got to take a step back and look at history. Because while all this tech feels so new and revolutionary, the fear surrounding it, oh, that's an old story. We have definitely been here before. Just take a look at this. Back in the 15th century, scribes who copied books by hand saw the printing press as a total job killer. Then, in the 19th century, weavers and artisans were terrified of the new steam-powered looms. The 20th century, it was all panic about computers. And today, it's AI. You see the pattern? Every single major technological leap forward has been met with the exact same fear, that there won't be any jobs left for people. And this right here shows that pattern perfectly. The fear is always about destruction and obsolescence, but what's the reality every single time? Technology ends up creating brand new industries. Our jobs don't disappear, they just shift and evolve. And pretty much across the board, the overall standard of living actually goes up. I absolutely love this quote because it just nails it. Work isn't some fixed pile of jobs that technology can just come in and steal. It's more like a river. It's always moving, always changing its path as the world changes around it. The river doesn't just dry up. It finds a new way to flow. So that brings us right to the heart of what's really going on today. This isn't a job apocalypse. It's more like a great job reshuffle. And the key is to stop focusing so much on job titles and start looking closer at the individual tasks that make up those jobs. And this is probably the most important takeaway of all. Technology is not really replacing your entire job. What it's really good at is replacing the boring, repetitive, predictable tasks within your job. Which leads us to this really powerful concept called augmentation. So instead of replacement, think of technology as a partner, like a super capable assistant. It's a tool that takes over all the tedious stuff, all the grunt work, which then frees up your brain and your time to focus on what we humans are amazing at: creativity, strategy, and solving really complex problems. Let's use a real example, a graphic designer. Years ago, they spent hours and hours manually cutting and pasting layouts together. Then design software came along and automated all that. And now, AI tools can generate dozens of design ideas in seconds. So does that mean the designer is out of a job? No way. It means their job just got an upgrade. They're not stuck doing the tedious stuff anymore. Their role has evolved into being a creative director, a strategist, a problem solver, which is a much, much higher value role to play. And this kind of shift is happening on a massive scale. A century ago, our economy was almost entirely agriculture and manufacturing. And today, overwhelmingly, it's service and knowledge work. Technology didn't end work, it just completely changed the game. Okay, so we've established things are changing fast. History tells us not to panic. But what should we actually do? How can you personally navigate this great reshuffle and make sure you come out on top? Well, it really starts with understanding what's becoming more valuable. Look at this chart. On the left, you've got the stuff technology is getting really good at, the routine, predictable work. But on the right, that's where the opportunities are. Those are the uniquely human skills that are in super high demand: critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence. Just take a second and think about your own job. Which column does most of your day fall into? So let's double down on these irreplaceable skills. Things like thinking strategically, collaborating with a team, having empathy, making tough ethical calls, and leading people. For years, these were called soft skills, almost like they were optional. They're not optional anymore. They are the hard skills, the essential skills of the modern economy.
But if you had to pick just one skill above all the rest, it would be this: adaptability. The single most critical skill for the future is simply learning how to learn. Think about it. The tools you use today might be completely obsolete in 5 years. But your ability to learn new tools, to learn new systems, to adapt your thinking, that is a skill that will never, ever go out of style.
So let's end on this thought. The whole conversation is shifting. It's moving away from, will a robot take my job, to something much deeper and, frankly, much more interesting. As technology gets better and better at doing all the things we can do, it's giving us this incredible opportunity to really focus on the work that we as humans should do. So what will that look like for you? That's the real question.